Susan and I have known each other for many, many years, but around 12 years ago, it's not 12 years, it's 14 years ago, we got together as a couple. Even before we got together as a couple, we started working together. But actually one of the most important things I think that we've done together is to work on Susan's pet project around the science of behaviour change, and that led us back in 2011 to publish an article which was called the Behaviour Change Wheel, and this was a formulation of a system for developing behaviour change interventions. And at the heart of the wheel, at the hub of the wheel, was a model of behaviour. That model of behaviour was one that Susan and I worked on and had been thinking about for some time, called the COM-B model.
If you think about the diseases, each of them requires maybe a different science, so that the biology of heart disease is very different from the biology of flu, is very different from the biology of COVID, but the behavioural things are quite similar. People will change their behaviour if they feel they can. They'll change their behaviour if they've got the motivation, if they want to, and they'll change their behaviour if they feel they've got the opportunity to do so. What I've just described for you is the theoretical model that Susan puts forward. Capability, opportunity, and motivation are the three things that will be important. That is how she integrates all of the many constructs that psychologists have. She boils it down to those three, and those are the three things that she comes on to talk about when she's talking about the psychology.
I was brought up in a scientific household. My mother was a geneticist and embryologist, and my father was a professor of machine intelligence. So I had science in my blood. As a child, I became very aware of the contradictions and irrationalities in our society. The huge differences between rich and poor, and the fact that many people weren't able to reach the potentials that they ought to have. And so I was always very clear that I wanted to make a difference to the world, make the world a better place. I think that has driven both my career choices, but also things that I've done outside of my job.
So I think what Professor Michie has achieved, she's raised the profile of behavioural science within a policy context. So she's been an advisor to governments on many different topics. She's led a government-funded research unit informing policy, and most recently for COVID-19, she sat on the behavioural science subgroup of SAGE, the UK government's main advisory body, and also independent SAGE. So she's really helped shape our understanding of how human behaviour has been affected by the pandemic, and also how governments can support their populations to comply or adhere to public health guidance. So she's a pioneer in the field. She's also been an inspiration, particularly to other female scientists, but also people from many different groups. And she's built capacity in the field. She's taken many women and other researchers with her through many years and provided an example for all of us.
Her work has been particularly relevant in translating evidence and theory into practice, and assuring that knowledge is created by fully defining interventions, its active ingredients, and its mechanisms of action. By doing this, Susan has further developed a common language between us scientists, and also us practitioners. And she has increased the potential for accumulation of knowledge and replication of knowledge. And these are two crucial things in science.
Professor Michie is a pioneer in bringing together very varied disciplines to generate new evidence and translate it into useful and usable resources which a wide range of policymakers, practitioners, businesses, and others can engage in. The Wellcome-funded collaboration, the Human Behavior Change Project, is perhaps the best extant example of how knowledge accumulated across diverse disciplines can be productively brought together with the use of new research technologies, including artificial intelligence.
The way that Susan's work is bringing artificial intelligence and machine learning into the study of behavior is through this incredibly imaginative project called the Human Behavior Change Project. Now, this is a hugely ambitious undertaking, but what it seeks to do is to use artificial intelligence and machine learning to read the scientific literature on behavior and behavior change, to automatically process it, to extract key information from all those hundreds and thousands of articles using computers, to organize all that knowledge into a systematic structure which can then be searched and can make predictions about what interventions are going to work for whom, in what setting, and with what behaviors.
Psikolojide insan duygu, düşünce ve davranışlarını anlamaya çalışıyoruz. Ve iyi modeller geliştirebilirsek davranışı tahmin etmek ve değiştirebilmek mümkün oluyor. Ve bunu yaparken kanıta dayalı tavsiyelerde bulunmak istiyoruz. 1980-2000 yılları arası çok iyi modeller geliştirdik bu kanıtları elde etmek için. Birçok davranışa uyguladık. Davranışların altında yatan mekanizmaları anladık ve çok büyük bir külliyat ortaya çıktı. Ancak 2000'li yıllara geldiğimiz zaman bilimsel üretim hızı inanılmaz büyüdü ve elde ettiğimiz kanıtların nasıl sentezleneceğine dair sorular sormaya başladık. Yani işin skalası çok büyüdü ve o noktada yine Susan Michie ve arkadaşları metaanalizler yürüterek neyin çalıştığı, neyin çalışmadığı, hangi davranış için nasıl bir program geliştirilmesi gerektiği konusunda bize ışık tuttular.
İnsan davranışını değiştirme alanında dünyasında çok büyük bir sorunumuz devamlı değişen ve büyüyen bir bulgular denizinde yüzüyor olmamız. Bu da davranış değişimi projeleri hazırlarken ya da politikacılarla konuşurken büyük sıkıntılara yol açıyor. En son bulguları nasıl programımıza dahil edebiliriz? Nasıl politikacılara çabuk bir şekilde bulgularımızı sentez edebiliriz ki kamu sağlığı kanunlarına bilimsel bir etkimiz olsun?
Psikoloji bilimi çok fazla bilgi üreten bir bilim dalı bugün. Bir de hub bir bilim dalı. Yani birçok bilim dalının kesiştiği bir alan. Fakat önemli bir soru uygulama alanlarında bu üretilen bilginin nasıl uygulamaya döküleceği, insan sorunlarının çözümünde nasıl kullanılacağıyla ilgili. Bence Susan Michie'nin en önemli başarılarından ve katkılarından bir tanesi bu psikoloji alanındaki bilgi birikimini insan sorunlarının çözümüne uyarlaması, o alana tercüme etmesi diyebiliriz.
Ve bence bu konudaki en önemli katkısı Susan Michie'nin davranış değişimi prensiplerinin politikacılar tarafından alınan kararlara nasıl uygulanması gerektiğinin üzerine çizmesi oldu. Ve böylece bilimsel bulgudan hareketle örneğin toplumla nasıl iletişime geçilmesi gerektiği konusunda önerilerde bulundu. Veya insanların sosyal mesafeyi nasıl koruması gerektiği konusunda neler yapmaları gerekiyor. Bu konularda önerilerde bulundu. Gerçekten o davranış değişimi prensiplerinin günlük hayattaki uygulaması nasıl sağlanabilir konusunda çok önemli katkılarda bulundu. Ve gerçekten İngiltere'de bu rolü en iyi üstlenebilecek çok ender birkaç kişiden bir tanesi Susan Michie.
I think that people in her work environment who don't know her don't realize what an amazingly dedicated family person she is, with her grandchildren and her children. She has a very close family and she's very, very close to her children, and she absolutely adores seeing her grandchildren and looking after the grandchildren.
I'd say my main hobby is my 3 children and now 4 grandchildren, who I am so proud of, are doing such interesting, useful, important things with their lives and are wonderful friends to me. I also love to play tennis, to walk in the countryside, and I try every morning to do yoga for about half an hour. And together with my husband, we do cryptic crosswords. So do something to keep the body healthy and also something to keep the mind going. And we make a very good partnership in life in general, but also with cryptic crosswords, because I'm very good at word pattern recognition and he's very good at knowing lots of things. So between us, we're a great team.
Can I just say I'm really like to thank your university for doing this. I think they've chosen the right person. I don't think there's any other behavioural scientist in the world more worthy of this. And I'm so impressed that your university has recognised her in this way. I've known her for a long time. We've had a lot of fun together, but I'm not going to talk about that. So we like dancing together, we like doing other things together, but she's just been a great friend. And when I've been in trouble, I've spoken to Susan. Thank you, Susan.
When I heard about this award, first of all, I was extraordinarily surprised and extremely honoured to have been awarded it. But also, I was absolutely delighted to find out about the existence of such an award. It really says something for the imagination and the wisdom of those people who made the decision to begin with to have this award and to keep it going with such imagination, as indeed I think this film shows. Is at the heart of solving so many global problems.
Sincere congratulations to Susan on this award, which is hugely well deserved, and I was delighted to learn that she was going to be offered it.
Fiziksel sağlıktan psikolojik sağlığa, çevrenin korunmasına kadar çok sayıda sağlıklı davranış ve insanın eserliği insan davranışının değişebilmesine bağlı. Yani insan davranışının değişmesi, uzun vadede bu değişimin kalıcı olması bilim insanları için en önemli çalışmalarından bir tanesi. Profesör Michie bu konuda çok değerli çalışmalar yapmış. Bu davranış değişiminin önemini özellikle biz koronavirüsten sonra daha iyi anladık. Çünkü koronavirüsle mücadelede, etkili mücadelede tek araç neredeyse kalıcı davranış değişimi. Yani 3 tane sakınılacak davranışı kalıcı olarak insanların isteyerek yapabilmesi. İşte bu konularda yaptığı etkili çalışmalar ve daha önceki çalışmalarının buna yaptığı katkıyı dikkate alarak Uluslararası Sakıp Sabancı Araştırma Ödülü'nün Jüri Özel Ödülü bu yıl Profesör Michie'ye verildi. Kıymetli Profesör Michie yaptığı çok değerli çalışmalar, özellikle bu çalışmaların koronavirüsle mücadelenin etkisi nedeniyle aldığı Sakıp Sabancı Uluslararası Araştırma Ödülü Jüri Özel Ödülü için gönülden kutluyorum. Tebrikler Susan.
Susan, congratulations. You've had an amazing career and you still have an amazing career going forward. And it's really lovely to see people appreciating your dedication, your work, and most of all, your vision.
I think there's huge opportunities for us as a species, globally, but also there's huge threats because governments don't always see things in a rational way or a fair way. And I think that we all, in our jobs, but also as citizens, have a responsibility to try and ensure that this awful year that we've been through, and I'm sure another challenging year that we're now facing, can be followed by a world that really is fairer, that's giving the greatest happiness to the greatest number, that's making the most of what resources we have, that is also building the best possible foundations for a future for all of our children and grandchildren.